Honestly.
Reseller News Now, live in Burlington, Vermont, with Primo, Kimo, Spam Banshee, and Pokey. Look, he's already on the desk. Aloha, everybody. Paul Rose, we are on right now. And yes, I did. Yeah, it did say that I was on Tuesday. That was the old thing. Tuesdays and Wednesdays at 2:30. And then Josh Galt gave me his slot, his most esteemed slot, 1 o'clock slot. So I switched from Monday, Wednesday, and then we do Tiki on Friday. Spread them out. Spread the wealth. Spread the stuff. But welcome, everybody. I'm not doing 100% today, so I have the beautiful Spam.
Co-host.
Beautiful. Oh, wait, I turned you off. There you go. You can talk now. Spam, ba bam, ba ding dong.
Yeah.
So she's up here instead of being back there today to give me a hand should I require it, which probably not, but you know.
My first assistant's hand is, you need the comments on.
Oh, comments. See? Oh, no. Okay, so we got to go over here, and then you click there, and then you go over here, and then you click there, and then you click there. This is just to get the comments on. Then you go there, and then you find the video that you want to find the comments on. Oh, you got to click there. Then you click here. Oh, looks like we're live. And then you click here one more time.
Holy cow, that's a lot.
Comments. Look, that's us talking to ourselves.
Yeah.
And then you go to the bust out, the chat with all the peeps.
Nice.
Okay, here we are. So, aloha, everybody who is already in the chat. We've got Jackie NYC.
Jackie.
Up in the house. We got Patricia. Dendicor Depot, Carl at eBay Live, Paul, Rose, Callie Debs. Hope you're doing well, Callie Debs. Jack is in the house. Amy is here. Aloha, you sexy beasts. Thank you. No, she said that.
Post office time.
Well, but she was saying how sexy I am.
Yes, you
with the
are.
hair. She likes me to have this open, just a hair. And also Cornhusker Picker. Did I say Dendicor Depot? Intergalactic Microsystems.
Aloha!
Biff Baffo's present. Gina's here. Motorcycle Dork. Here comes the horn. Kevin. Josh Galtz. Awesome. Darth Thrifter. 6x6. Carla Olson. You guys, major win. Flippin' Ain't Easy is here. Mike Seller and Ladybug. Everybody is here that could possibly be here.
Look at Carla's little emoji. I think it's a little kitty cat, but it looks like Pokey.
Oh, it is a Pokey kid. Well, Pokey's half cat. He meows and everything.
He
So
does.
he's here. Full-time Flippers podcast. I'm here. Welcome. Okay, this is the horn for everybody. All-encompassing horn. So yeah, everybody, I see Josh Galt immediately struck me with his, my sales were vertically down this weekend. So we've told you about our experience for the past 5-6 weeks now, where we've returned to a pattern of awesomeness that is led with a Sunday. So, you know, we don't care about Tuesday or Wednesday's sales trickle in. Thursday, you start to see a little more. Friday, a little more. Saturday, then boom, Sundays by far doubles all the other days. We had a 0 yesterday on Sunday. A 0. First time in 5 weeks. Not stressing. No big deal. But I feel like this is maybe a common thing that a lot of us have experienced this weekend in particular. Why is that? Because we have to pay our eBay store fees, so they should be letting us have more sales so we can pay those.
Right. Darth Thrifter's
his theory that they speed us up at the end of the month so we can pay the store fees. Well,
we still have a week.
We got it a week left, true. But they definitely took us down to Chinatown, which I think is a bad thing, but I think that refers to the movie Chinatown because there's a lot of guns and stuff. So and they had motorcycles, remember? What? Wait, am I remember the right movie? Chinatown is with what's his name? You know, we're not doing this game again. Chinatown was with a good actor and he's the father of Sheen, Martin Sheen.
Yeah.
Was in that riding a motorcycle all around, right? Wasn't that Chinatown?
I don't know if I've ever seen that.
Yeah, we probably should watch that sometime soon.
Add it to the list.
I'm going to add that to the list. Any relationship between Jacqueline and Paul Rose? A Rose. That is the similarity, I do believe. Also, the whole weekend, I literally sold a cup jock for $12, 6x6 says. That was it. What happened? You make the dog meow?
He needs his snacks. Where are they? Oh.
They're right here.
Come here, mister.
So I guess we're just this was a weekend that was not happening for anybody. I could look at my traffic, but it was a zero. So we went from last weekend was 750 or something, and today was a zero. And they've all pretty much been above 500 the Fridays, the Saturdays for the past few weeks. So that stinks. But I just want to look at the traffic and see if there's anything obvious. Again, I'm going to, unless I really feel bold, I'm not going to share the visuals of the traffic just because I still don't know if that privacy policy refers to this stuff.
Full-time Flipper podcast was saying that 3 months into 2024, I'm selling more items on average each month, but the price per item sold keeps dropping.
Well, I mean that's usually what happens when we're trying to when sales aren't that great, so we start lowering the prices. I mean that happens. I don't know if that's a bad thing, and there's also very definitely there was a major repricing that we've had to do on a lot of our items since the bad times to now. Although we did that quite a while ago, but still, I've been getting a lot of success from this 20% off sale, which is my offer to everybody on earth. If you want to offer, make me an offer, you can take 20% off of anything in my store, unless it's on sale for 20%. And in that case, I'm only offering 10%. So that's really a 10% off sale. Am I right? Am I right?
So
is
eBay
that the dog
Life
poking me?
Yeah, it is. eBay Life is saying
Look
I'm
how
going
he's
to
got
bite
his
my
little foot on
tongue
me.
on traffic.
Look at how
for
his
the
little
moment.
foot's on me.
He's too cute. He knows that he knows that he makes you happy. So
yes.
And Biff Boffo is saying, did you notice a dearth of offers along with your slump?
No. Wait, dearth means a lot or not a lot? I forget. I'm really not doing. I'm not feeling very well, so I don't know anything. It's a lack, right? Yes. Offers went down. So we have, as Biff and I have spoken about here in the chat, that for sure one of a good metric to tell if your store is doing well is how many offers you're getting in every day. And so these past 5 or 6 weeks, we've been up into the 30s with offers. Back in the bad days, up until like the past 5 weeks, we were down in the 10s to 15 a day. Then we're up into the 30s. Now we're down into the mid 20s. So yes, definitely noticed a dearth of offers. So right now, I think we're at 22 or something. Let me check. Because because we make all of our sales through these offers. So yeah, if our sales go down, our offers have gone down.
Yeah. Look at his head. It's like vertical on you.
So, you guys, I have not been feeling well for the past few weeks. I haven't been feeling good. I've been going to the doctors. I think I've mentioned it a little bit. We're still in the middle of that. I was at the doctor on Friday. That was why we couldn't go. I had some sort of I'm just having really bad stomach troubles that are not triggered by anything that we understand. But I also take this like really powerful arthritis medication. Could be messing with me. We don't know. MRI is upcoming. MRI has not happened yet. I already had CT scans and some other things. And so we'll find out. But I'm currently I'm just having really bad cockadoodie tummy. Like, Flipping ain't easy understands that. He knows exactly those words, cockadoodie. Cockadoodie tum-tum.
Major win. Thank you.
Oh,
Get back
thank
to
you.
Primo help. Primo help. You need a report.
Well, I've been working on that for a year, so hopefully it's frustrating. There's a component of frustration in here because I have been doing so well, dieting and everything, and the doctors are like, that could mess you up. It could really just be
He wants to go.
Oh, he's got to go behind me.
Is
This
that-
guy's been taking care of me all weekend.
Yeah.
It's the most adorable thing.
What are you
There are
doing,
pictures.
Tiny?
She's taken she's got a catalog of photos of him coming up to me and just laying his little head right on my cheek. Or right now, he is, if you can see it, I don't know if I can turn.
Wait, maybe I can take a picture and I'll show it.
Right there.
He's
Do you
squished.
see him squished behind me in the chair?
Yes.
This is where he wants to be right now. So I can't deny that. He wants to be my back.
He's supporting you.
Yeah. So anyway, enough of that nonsense. I am trying to figure out how to get into my store here, and I'll see what the traffic looked like for this weekend because it must have been awful.
So Gina is saying, yes, my offers have lowered a lot the past 2 weeks. Paul Rose is saying, I'd say between 15 to 25 offers to send a day, but hardly any conversions lately. eBay Life, I think it's a progression they are working on, but could you maybe move the comments a little to the left? Yeah, thanks. Want a few more day stats to clarify the pattern movement. Which reminds me about hayfro.
It does, but here's my numbers because
yeah,
we can't legally show them, but here we are. So this is an interesting thing. So you can see all my impressions are up, but as usual, the main things are impressions are up, page views are down, sales are up, and they are still up. But that 0 days sucks. But the first part of the month, we actually had a bunch of really low days. So as those fall off, they're not really changing our monthly yet. So what you see here is somebody contacted me on Instagram and showed me this picture of this insane. I don't want to show that just in case. I don't want to show other people's information. So right here you can see on how much these page views have jacked up. So somebody sent me a message on Instagram and showed me their past 90 days of numbers, and they were flatter, I would say, just for the example, flatter than mine right here. So theirs were much more like really quite low. I don't know if they were under 250 or whatever, but the point being, at the end of this row, so they were like way down here, and then at the end of the row they had one this high, and they were like, what is this? This doesn't make any sense. I looked at it, I'm like, it doesn't make any sense. I know that eBay takes 3 days to consolidate, and then those things will probably drop off. Well, this is the trough that Carl and I have talked about during the chat, and Carl has pointed out on eBay Life. Go check him out. And this is the trough that's been created since March 4th, the March 4th trough, we'll call it. And that it's just dug out all the external site views, and of course they're going to do that. They're trying to work on promoting that, whatever.
So the organics look pretty normal.
Organics look okay, although they do
external
shrink every single day. So when you look at this number, this big number right here says I have 398. Well, in 3 days, it'll be 194. So a third. That only used to happen up here in impressions, but now it's happening down here in page views. Mm-hmm. And this trough is artificial. I mean, that's super, super duper artificial. And what makes it super dupery artificial is that these will soon fall down and look just like these.
So why are those artificial and not the ones that were leading up to it?
These right here, you mean?
Right. With March being the month when
I'm saying, these are actually there. So these are already consolidated. I'm saying these are fake because in 2 days, these are consolidated.
I understand those. But the trough, though, those are...
That's artificial because it's just flat right here. It just on March 4th, it went from all this sort of, I don't know, organic offsite impressions to you are throttled down to this little baby chunk.
I see.
So that's artificial.
So.
And the fact that it hasn't popped back up to any of these other lines like that, sure.
Yeah, that is really interesting.
Really don't care as long as the sales come in, which they didn't yesterday, so that's why we care a tiny little bit right now. Okay. Anybody else need to see any other numbers?
Yeah, that's really interesting. I'd like to see what people are saying.
So here's sales. Sales are, this is looking real good for us, even though it says down 35%. Our ASP is up, although that's not on this page. Oh, can you hear that? Wait, listen to my stomach. Did you hear that? I'll try to get you to hear my stomach later.
Okay, yeah, that's what they're here for.
It's so loud though. I want to share. I'll go big. Boom.
And then the comments.
Where are the comments? Oh shoot.
So I did see Josh Galt was commenting on how you're feeling. And he was saying that he had been having horrible chest pains every night when I went to bed, and the doctor said it was stress. Do you think stress could be playing a role?
Absolutely.
And he was convinced he was having a heart attack every night. That is so stressful.
Yeah, and I'll bet it was, it was probably around the time you were sitting in the donut parking lot at 5:00 in the morning, wondering what to do. I mean, yes, this part of this is for sure. How to explain that? So yes, it's stress. It's stress impacted. Compacted? It's like
and stress is having an impact on it.
It's making it worse, is what I'm saying. And because we're not able to identify it, and we've had a lot of tests, and there has been emergency room visits and urgent care and multiple doctor's office visits, and we're waiting for MRI. Yeah, it's a little bit. However, a lot of it is, it's just like bloating, like these general signs of 100 different problems. So the stress is caused by not knowing.
And then Patricia, with her knowledge base, is always so amazing. She says that many people adapting to keto or carnivore have digestive symptoms until bile production is right-sized.
Well, this is part of it. I started I just went full diet man. We've talked about it, not even like from months ago, like a month and a half ago, almost kind of when this all started, where I just went 8 balls. And so I ate, I don't know, maybe 1,000 calories a day. I drank tons and tons of water, was eating the right things, having, not too little, experiencing nice weight loss, and then started to feel like extra crummy. And so basically the doctor, I'm sorry that I'm even talking about this, but I'll cut it off after this. The doctor's a combination of lifestyle change, because when I change, I go full healthy living. Everything is organic, vegan. I'll eat meat a little bit, but everything is
not vegan,
farm fresh, organic, microbiomes, whatever. Just I go health food. I go over to the health food store and just start eting a bunch of carob
right
chips,
there's no easing into it. He cuts off everything that
from day one
he felt was unhealthy or high in calories, and then just probiotics,
that means
drinking alkaline water,
no alcohol at all. Like I just quit alcohol, like completely. Not even on the Friday shows was I having it.
No gluten, cut out all dairy except
no
hard
gluten,
cheese,
right.
No
lactose, no gluten. Just a little extreme, and the doctor was kind of like, your
guts
extreme.
are like, wait, where's the sugar? I want to eat a ding dong and a devil dog.
Well, we did try to, after I had a really good day this weekend, we had some treats, and that didn't work out. So I'm in 3 days of paying for feeling better. So the doctor said, you're crazy. take some anti-anxiety lorazepams, which I already have for sleeping. And he's like, if those make you feel better, then part of it is anxiety. And they kind of did. And so then I felt so good. I was like, hey, let's go out to the thrift stores. Let's go out and do a whole bunch of stuff. And then the next day, and today I'm dying. Okay.
But thank you, Carla Olson, saying that hope you feel better. And then a few people are saying to Josh, sorry that he went through that stress. Ladybug, did we say hi to you?
I felt his stress.
Aloha, Ladybug.
I felt Josh's stress back then, too. Basket Noodle's here, too. I see
Basket Noodle. Yeah. Yes. Basket Noodle. And Lady... Basket Noodle was commenting, look at that equalizer, love the bass, love the treble, everything between meh. And Ladybug is saying, look at the external view craziness. Yes, I know it is, but like he was saying, it then
it just goes
compresses or whatever after eBay recalibrates.
But why is it showing me that and then taking them away? It just doesn't give you any faith in their metrics at all. So.
Oh, and Paul Rose was going through the same thing as Josh Gull. Stress is really awful. The things it does to a body.
This is one of the things that, working for yourself, working in this this environment where there's no boss to go to and say, hey, boss, can I have a couple of days off? Can I do something? Mm-hmm. That's always been a stress that I've carried and have had, issues with even chest pains, which I pretty much know is anxiety at this point. So I know what's going on. And then when you start to cut everything out, that's like the mystery. So anything bad that could be causing it, or I'm obese, I got to lose weight, and I'm losing weight like it was like I'm supposed to, and it's not necessarily making me feel better, which is it makes me feel worse.
Biff was saying my good page views have leveled off while externals continue to be down 35%. And then, Major Win was saying that I was having heart troubles and went to a cardiologist with Asperger's, got me whipped into shape and probably saved my life. He hates keto diets.
What do you mean? You went to cardiologist? The cardiologist had Asperger's.
Yeah.
So just laid it out there and was like, I do not like keto. Do not do keto. Don't go. See, the thing is with keto, and I happen to know this for sure, is everything is in moderation or something like that. So if you go all like I do, I expect some issues. I just never expected whatever's going on right now. So keto is good. It's good. It's a maintenance, good for maintenance, and it's good maybe for short bursts of losing weight. But once you get, I'm sorry, it's not good. That's what I meant. It's good for short bursts of losing weight and possibly for maintenance, but also you have to feed the beast. You have to feed your body with what it wants sometimes, which doesn't mean a whole cheesecake. Although it could mean a whole cheesecake. That's not going to do anything.
Yeah, there's cheesecake in the fridge.
I wouldn't eat that. Remember, I wouldn't eat the cheesecake because I didn't want to feel bad, and I didn't, and I still felt bad. And that's the worst. I didn't have the hot fudge sundae, didn't have the steak, didn't have the cheeseburger. Still.
And then Basket Noodle is reminding everyone, here we go again. Impressions are calls to the database, not what's in the viewport screen.
Yeah, I mean, it's an impression. I mean, it's,
right.
And I can imagine impressions are difficult to work out all the time. And that's why I kind of gave them a break on the impressions reconciling every 3 days. But the way these page views are reconciling every day is from like 398 to 198. That's half. And
Baskin Noodle followed up with, this is why impressions are enormous. Fuzzy search and programmers speak.
Fuzzy. They're fuzzy.
Versus page views. And Major Win, thank you again.
What?
Underdog of the day, Patricia, our beloved bookworm. She is awesome. I love that. Our beloved bookworm.
That was for
so
Patricia.
Cute. eBay Life is saying, I'm sure eBay are accountable for the perception they are making sellers believe, and sounds like a gray area for site manipulation to convince sellers to use promoted and offsite advertising.
Yeah, and I think that it's a great way to get your crappy body juices enzymes rolling in a poor way. Is
So
by
that you feel like you're
screwing with
dying?
everything. Well, it's a really, that's what's causing the stress is when they're messing with us. So this is the perfect segue into the topic of today. And I wanted to encourage any of you who are interested. Hayfros has been talking about a connection to
A journalist.
a journalist, and that journalist is a known journalist in the world, and that journalist is interested in talking to some eBayers about the changes over the last year and maybe what that meant to you. I don't think there's anything, there's no guidance on the article yet, so it's just sort of talk with the person and see where they come from.
Was sort of really narrowing in on like April, what happened last April.
Yeah, well, yes. So since April till now, ours was in June, but that's just a matter of whatever. That's what the article is going to be about, addressing the feelings and the experiences of the resellers during this time, because this was a big shift. No one can tell you it wasn't. In fact, I really would like to know one person who'd say there wasn't a shift. I mean, a lot of people pivoted. A lot of people did some different things. Those of us in collectibles or one-off, no skewed items, we seem to have had a more difficult time with this new adjustment. And I wanted to read. So in the description down below, there is email to Hayfros, because he's sort of gathering all the people who want to speak, and I'm in there too, because I will speak about it if that's
hayfrosells@gmail.com.
Yes,
right?
and it's in the description too.
So his YouTube username is that hayfrosells at gmail.com. So that's pretty simple to remember. So if you're interested, he will help link you up with this individual.
Definitely a good journalist. Definitely somebody you want to, that you would, I think, would trust. You should trust for this kind of information, and the fact that we'll see how far it goes, because it may end up being a pretty extensive. It should end up being a pretty extensive story. And one of the things I was thinking about, I always touch on it, and it's how eBay is supposed to be this inclusive marketplace, and that's sort of like in their mission statement, blah, blah, blah. And then there's people like us who may or may not be unemployable just because we're locked in our ways too much after doing this for 24 years, or whatever the reason is. We can't necessarily just run out and go get other jobs. Some of us can, but some of us can't. And they're effing with our system. So, and I am on the spectrum. I'm on the spectrum. So if that's a little extra bonus that you're effing with me even more, and I'm on the spectrum, I need to not be effed with a little more maybe than some people. Some people can handle it a little more. So the question is that they have not only just changed their business, but they have effed with a lot of people and their psychology.
Right. So it's not just our pockets. It's emotionally.
Yeah.
And for some, it's even right.
So
the emotional part is a lot harder than the financial part sometimes.
So that's what I'm talking about. And so let's just jump over. I want to read an article over here.
Let's.
Let's make sure I have it. Where's the... Okay. So this is from over here. This is from Liz Morton over at the e-commerce value-added resource. And so this is an interesting article just published yesterday, 2 days ago. A value-added resource. I can't read the whole thing because you should go over here and read it. Talking about interesting turn in a survey. The reader said they received the eBay survey inviting them to rate a recent transaction. But then the questions quickly segued into gauging reactions to an initiative they called eBay It Forward. And that apparently is from when Jamie Ione took over eBay in 2021. And he was prouting his tech-led reimagination strategy, and also he was calling it, I think they were calling it eBay or eBay
Well, he
Forward.
was touting eBay's non-new...
What did I say? Prouting? Did I say prouting?
I don't know.
I think I did.
Yeah. eBay's core
What's
strength
prouting?
and success
I
in
know what
the
prouty is.
non-new in-season consumer-to-consumer categories.
Which they seem to be into the C2C is what eBay is. But
non-new.
With non-new items, yes. So they want to be the place for non-new items and collectibles and stuff. And this article seems to be pointing out that perhaps this might be their next, I don't even know. What is this? Is this one of their videos?
For every... No way.
Vintage clothes, see?
There's a rock on.
Thanks, sweetie.
Sell something and make room for something new. eBay it forward.
So I'm guessing that's from olden days, 2021. I don't even know. Doesn't have a date on it. But that's interesting. I don't remember seeing
For
this.
every... Meh. There's a yas. Sell something and make room for something new. eBay it forward.
So actually, I kind of do remember this. So anyway, they're saying in this article that, they might be heading back to this due to, what's his face? Irish left, and then that new lady came on, but...
Well, there was a woman...
Stephanie J. Came over from Walmart, and supposedly maybe she was the one who mucked it up or something.
Yeah, and she is gone now.
Well, she's being thrown under the bus at the very least. Fast forward 3 years, and that narrow focus has not worked out nearly as well as Ione and Jay had hoped, with the enthusiastic buyer figures staying flat quarter after quarter, while eBay loses market share in other categories to smaller niche competitors like Depop or scrappy up-and-coming startups like Whatnot.
Well, and it's saying that she focused, if you go back up a little, she focused on the vertical high-value enthusiast buyer, where
That's
she
the bags,
left behind
sneakers,
all the
cards.
the luxury stuff, and she was leaving behind
Cards
all the
of luxury.
non-new, in-season, one-of-a-kind vintage antiques and other collectibles.
Oh, is that
The
what we sell?
foundational roots of eBay success.
Oh, is that the
were
foundational
left
roots of what we
excluded and
sell?
abandoned.
Are we excluded and abandoned? We have been excluded. Mystery. Who let? Hello? We just killed ourselves.
How?
Hello?
I hear you.
You hear me?
Oh yeah, loud and clear.
Oh, my microphone doesn't work anymore.
Your headphones, you mean?
Hello?
Did your headphones come out?
Yeah. No. My headphones just died for real. Maybe. Hello, me? Hey, me, it's me. Can I hear me? No, I can't hear me. That's okay. I don't really need to hear me. I can talk without hearing.
Maybe you
Just
want
tell me if I say something stupid.
you want my headphones so you can hear sound effects?
No, that's okay.
Okay.
Well, I'll run this. I can do this. I'm a professional. I'll do it live. This article just came out, and I guess the thought is that perhaps, because the way this particular, survey sort of turned towards.
Is eBay sort of going back to its roots in a way?
Are we going back to its roots? I mean, they have to, right? They kind of have to. And that's why I wondered if, this March was sort of indication of that without saying it. But anyway, let me just see if this does say anything else that we need to know. That shift admits the layoffs in 2024, cost-cutting pressures, new open job positions showed eBay may be seeking fresh ideas and new strategies with possible pivot back to the wider consumer seller focus. Yay.
That would be really great.
Wait, why can I hear that? Gotcha. I'm back.
Okay, can you turn my headphones down a little because you cranked them up? Hello. Yeah. Oh, now it's too low. And stop. Okay.
Okay. I pressed this button over here, this green button with the ear on it. Everything's sorted out. And I still have the dog is my back support.
Yes.
So, I'll just read the last part of this because of that. That shift has bolstered even more when it is revealed that Stephanie J has departed the company, leaving questions about eBay strategy. She's the one that messed this all up and went for the purses and stuff. Aoni also heavily leaned in on C2C success in Germany during the Q4 2023 earnings call. We remember that. Mm-hmm. And on other recent investors conference, while carefully threading the needle to make it seem like this was all part of their vertical focus strategy all along rather than a pivot. Okay. I that's fine. I believe that the ship has to right itself, as we've all been saying all along here. So anyway, if you want to get in on the action here and stick it to them, I think it would be a really, really good thing if you've got a good story to tell about how you were affected in any number of ways from the big whatever change last April or possibly through June, depending on when it happened to you. hayfrosells@gmail.com. Email is in the description.
And just this one last comment.
And thank you.
Paragraph says, while many sellers would undoubtedly be delighted to see a serious return to eBay's C2C roots, one has to wonder if it might not already be too little too late.
I've got the power.
As competitors have had 3 years to nibble away at market share in categories that eBay used to easily dominate, like pre-love,
but there's me.
fashion.
There's me, eBay Booster, number 100. Let's do it, eBay. Come on. Give us... We love you, eBay. We love you.
Let's take
a look. It's C2C Music Factory, right? I got the power.
Oh.
Is that what C2C stands for?
Oh, was it C2C?
Yeah, and you go, I got the power, and you do that.
It's getting hectic.
Yeah, you know that.
Yeah.
So yeah, as we all die of intense anxiety. eBay has finally realized after 4 quarters of poopy, but their stock prices are going up, and they're still talking about this currently.
Well, it's good to see that there's
That means that they are hearing it, feeling it, because their GMV is not moving, and people, activist investors, are going to go, okay, whatever, stock price up, whatever. What about the GMV? Isn't that an important number? I believe that's an important number. We're going to have to work on that. So he's like, oh, okay. Let's go back to what we already did, which was great, and then we ruined it. Let's just make eBay great again or something. I just thought of a great slogan.
Let's go to some comments.
Oh, my goodness. There's going to be so many, and we're never, ever going to get caught up.
Yeah, so, yeah.
Jack, I'll check for... That was Callie Debs saying... Feel better. Thank you so much. Jack says, with everything we're talking about here, I'd just like to say, and eBay remains silent about the whole thing. eBay is an intentionally silent company, right? So, most companies don't really promote that much about, anything. If we look at Apple or something, everything's under wraps until somebody forgets a, prototype phone at a bar or something, which they probably do on purpose. So it's all kind of a... it's all kind of a joke, but it's corporate America, and that's how they do things. So I wouldn't expect them to come out and say a whole lot, but this is something that's coming out here, at least through various sources.
I see that Stoic was selling that metrics are very consistently organically. My promoted...
Who was saying that?
Stoic, 2-3 down from major wins.
Okay,
Oh,
gotcha.
Heart his...
Hearts.
Super...
2 hearts that beat as one, 2 of
metrics
hearts.
are very consistently, organically. My promoted metrics are way down week over week.
Who Stoic is saying that?
Yeah, Basket Noodle. Oh, Basket Noodle was saying, oh my, you've a symbiotic
I have
in your tummy.
symbiotic. I have symbiotics in my tum-tum.
Major Major fart. I just
Seriously.
Major fart. My stomach was doing the really great thing where I was farting inside my body. It's like regular, but you have even less control of it. But it was just as loud. Fantastic. Getting older. Like when you're always in the dentist chair and your stomach's like, and you're like, oh God, please.
Yeah, and I was thinking, I was thinking of saying when I got on here today that we have our lovely Spam Banshee here because I'm not farting on all cylinders today. So.
But where's Rimshot? Okay. Intergalactic doing lots of new listings. That's worked well for me this week.
Jeez.
Oh yeah.
Okay, let's try to get down.
Okay.
That worked well. And then Paul Rose says, as long as we don't contribute to it, if you need a breather from the stream, we understand. Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
No, yeah, that's really
Friday I was down. Friday I was downtown. Like I said, Chinatown. Which I feel like, see, right now I'm hungry. I'm like almost starving, and it feels like this is like hunger pains kind of. If I go eat anything, it's I'm just gonna feel so gross and double up and just be miserable.
And just we want to say that we really enjoy interacting with you guys and having
Look
you
forward
here.
to it.
It is very.
I do not feel good right now. I'm not feeling good, but I'm just
It's a distraction for him too.
I'm stoic reselling. But it is a distraction, and it does help.
But we really appreciate
you guys
a lot.
That's why it wouldn't be fun just to come on here and talk to myself or look in a mirror. So it's being with you guys that really centers me and makes me feel better. So
thank you for bringing that up, Paul.
I appreciate that. And I see Intergalactic Microsystem says can't go cold turkey at our age on anything. It's like if you eat jelly beans, gumballs, whatever every single day, you gotta wean yourself off of that. That's what it's like getting old.
Kate Picker, aloha. Kent Hamilton, seems like the healthier we try to eat, the worse we feel. I know. Back to booze and donuts for me.
I know. I mean, seriously though, that was those were the good old days.
Josh is saying eBay's impression data is gobbledygook.
It is, yes. And now they've brought that over to the page views too, which is not a good feeling at all. I could always rely on those page views. I was like, those are real, right? Because you got to know those. They know impressions are just like magic, but page views seems like those should be solid. How can you put a page view in my category and then say it wasn't seen? It's like. It was or it wasn't it?
I don't get it either.
Saying, or maybe it's still bots. Maybe are they getting attacked with bots right now?
Just came to my mind exactly.
They might have a bot attack. I don't know.
They're still weeding out all the bot crap.
Well, they did for quite a while, and now they seem for the past 5 or 6 weeks. Don't keep me to that, but about that, that's when I've noticed my impressions going up. Every day, impressions up, page views down, sales up. So I don't know what they're trying to prove from that or what's happening, or none of the numbers really matter. The only one that matters is the sales because the impressions and the page views don't correspond to them. It's kind of like, you electronic engineers out there, it's like it's doing watts, volts, and amps. So that's math. It's all so if you have more amps, you need less volts to equal how many watts, whatever. So it's those three things. In this case, we've got three things, but none of them ever equal the other one. So I feel like that's a genius analogy. I don't feel strong enough to get it out right.
I just want to say, WTF, aloha.
Aloha, WTF.
And if you're just tuning in, if you're still here, we were mentioning how HeyFros is reaching out to eBayers asking if they would like to share their story about sales dropping off last April. And he has a resource to connection to a well-known journalist that is interested in writing a story about it. So if you're interested, contact.
And you'd be interesting because you're in Germany where there's a lot of stuff going on there.
They're trying to get people from all over the world.
Yeah, trying to find people from everywhere. So.
And you contact hayfrosells@gmail.com. So hayfro, Jeff or Jeff.
Aiming that directly at you,
hayfrosells.
WTF, if you're interested in that.
Darth Thrifter, he's saying that his son has Asperger's and he's a genius. I bet he is. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I'm on the spectrum. I don't know if I feel like they don't do Asperger's anymore, right? It's just spectrum number 2022 or something.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Everything's on the spectrum now. So ADHD is now on the spectrum. Asperger's is on the spectrum. So, my life experience has been, I just am awesome. I just go do everything without any fear. So somehow I learned no fear, confidence, no fear. But I think that came from a ton of early childhood development work at Stanford University and stuff, which helped me. It still takes a lot of time, just time to get my brain just to keep it going in a sane way. It takes a lot of energy, more than most people have. Most people just wake up and they're like, hey, let's go to work. I'm like, I wake up at 5 o'clock. It's Christmas. Got to go do 10 things. Wait, only finished 9 of them. Stop on a dime. Give me 9 cents change. What's going on over here? Boom, boom, boom. And at the end of the day, I'm like, what did you accomplish? I found this pencil.
And I glued
squirrel.
it.
I glued my pencil together. I saw a squirrel.
Major
The dog was sitting behind me. It was cool.
Major Win is saying that his doctor was a personal friend of John Ritter.
Oh, he's my favorite.
I didn't know that. And told him jeez, Major Win. He goes, I didn't know that. And I told him I didn't want to die like John Ritter. And he got on a soapbox and laid into me that I was going to if I didn't fix.
Major Win. No aortal rupture in you.
Ooh,
That's what he died
Bendel
from.
420. 10
Aloha.
orders in 2 days. Remember I said I went like 4 to 5 days, no
Okay,
sales.
good for
Wow,
you. You got
okay.
our sales from yesterday. I expect a percentage of that. Yeah. I don't like the conspiracy things, like they turn us off so they can turn other people on, but sometimes it's really it so feels like that. We have hot merchandise up there right now that it just gets tons of views and hot stuff right now, and it didn't sell yesterday. Right? Ow, burn! Emergency, 3rd degree. What'd you do?
Oh, James is in the house. My boring reseller life.
Oh wait, which James are you talking about?
James.
That one?
Oh.
What's going on, fellow humans and resellers?
You mean
I
that
just
one?
said James. Josh was saying, he said, have you checked for fatty liver and
I have
gallbladder? My
fatty
mother
liver.
had it. Foods rich in fat made her extremely sick. He has been.
I have a
checked for
fatty
that.
liver, and they are currently. Fatty liver is depends on how long you've had it, but yes, fatty liver is pretty common actually. Then the liver grows, and then you start to get lesions and stuff on it. I'm not down that road that far.
Just noticing.
But gallbladder is one of the things that's sort of under consideration right now.
Yeah.
Due to the things. And then, wait, are you reading this one where he says he's a little behind, but have you checked? Oh,
yeah.
no, that's what
yeah.
he was reading.
And then James was saying, just here to be cute, tilts head, smiles, and winks. That's
you
funny.
like this too, James?
Yeah. We want to make a shirt that says for him, feeling cute.
Feeling cute. Let's see.
Oh, and Dentacor Depot was asking James how
is Pee-wee doing? Any more epileptic seizures? Any seizures, or has he been rolling with the new medication? Because I know he did get some new medication.
Yeah, he says no
Yeah,
problem
he's
since
awesome.
he's been on the new meds.
Nice.
Yay. Curious Collections. Hi, how are you? You're still here. We're a little behind. Does anyone know what effect bots may have on impressions they aren't supposed to show on views?
Well, I think they're doing both right now, apparently, according to what we're showing. I don't know if you were here at the beginning, but let me see if I still have that. Yeah, here we go. We showed this thing right here, right? So our impressions are showing right, yeah. So this is 3 months, and you can just see how they're gradually sort of shrunk them down. I mean, it's not they were higher here, and then they sort of shrunk them down. They went up and down. These look, these kind of look organic. And then the trough happened on the first, and then bloop, 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 over to here. And as you can see, I think I noted a week ago, there was 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So this one right here, the 13th one, I was talking with Carl on our live here, saying that 13th one was as high as these were. So every day, these have all been this high, and then on the third day, they just drop, boom. And they take out all these external page views. Now, why? Why do they think they need to do that? Where are they actual page views? Did they actually exist and come here and they're taking them out because they're bots or because they don't want us to see that I'm driving traffic from Facebook?
And they want you to do promoted?
I don't know why that's happening. But for sure, you would think for sure organic shouldn't change. But I have noticed that, but I can't just say out of the top of my head. I would say, so if you look at this one right here and you go, organic page views are 194. And then here on the very first day where it drops down, they're 194. And then here they're 203. And here they're 267. And here they're 230. No, wait, hold on. Okay, wait, let me do that again because I was reading the wrong one. So if you look at this one, it's 194 organic. You look at this one, it's 198 organic. You look at this one, it's 194 organic. You look at this one, it's 168 organic. You look at this one, this big day, 239 organic. Then you go here, 196, 204. I mean, they're all it's within 20 points so every single day.
Pretty consistent.
Very consistent. And I don't know.
So it does seem like somehow, yeah, we'll see what tomorrow in a couple of days.
Well, these will drop
those
off.
Recalibrate.
They will. I will write these down so we can check and see. But, there's no.
Here, I'll take a picture.
Do that. There's no way to keep.
Are you gonna hover over it?
Accurate.
Or numbers?
Yeah. So I'll do this one first because that's the. And then this one. I mean, there's no verification. I mean, no way to verify this. So. I wish there was a way to verify it. Can we call a number? Is there a number? 1-800 verify eBay numbers. And that Carl eBay Life. Go check his channel out. He has the most granular, in-depth numbers of anybody that I know of. He does several videos a day, starting because he's in England. When we wake up in the morning, it's already out, and everything is documented on his videos. So, he knows as well as, if you're looking at this, but he actually has it in writing every single day. So there might be something there to go check out. But you can see page views over this is 31 days. Oh no, this is 6 months. Whoa, no. This is 3 months. Oh, this is very interesting, actually. I just realized that.
You want to go back to?
Yeah, go back to Smalley. Oh yeah, we're small in Christmas though. Go big, and go small. Well, I wonder why that small doesn't bring up the. You have to go here. Small. What's very interesting is how over the last 3 months, although this is the best month in the last 3 months, this is from January 1st till now. March by far the best month. Better than, by the end of the month, it will have definitely surpassed December. Probably, unless I have no sales at all. But look, page views down 22%. So, the first 10 days of January, that we got no sales at all. There shouldn't be any page views. We got no sales. External site views down 66. I think we know why, because they're trying to cut those out. But that's the proof. And impressions down. So, does that make sense? Even I'm trying to figure out how that makes sense. January and February sucked, kind of. March was hot. And everything's gone down except for sales. Or sales have gone up, even despite the fact that everything is down. That we can't. I don't think we can figure that out.
Where's that sound effect?
My brain just broke.
Yeah.
The calculating one?
No,
Yeah.
the hydrating.
Oh, the high. Oh, that one. I mean, my thought just developed. No, my thought de-developed, actually. I have no idea. I look at these numbers now and kind of go, yuck.
Yeah, I'll go big.
You go big. Or go home. Oh, we're already home. Convenient. That was curious.
Bendel420 was saying eBay has effed everyone's flow up.
Well, they have, except for I mean, if you look at other videos, who hasn't it effed up? J Ride is just riding a wave of something. I don't know what. On a more serious note, so is Tech and Sports. I mean, these people aren't putting out bummer videos. That's all I can say. You know, I have a hard time believing anybody. If you're looking at high sell-through rate items, you don't care what they are, and you're just going to source those and sell them. Yeah, I guess how can that not work? It's just not a long-term. It's just not something you can do long-term, because everyone else will then buy those, and I don't need to tell you. All you guys know that already.
Major Win had to step out. I probably had a little meeting or something.
I probably gave him diarrhea because of my talk. I just through the mic. I gave him.
Curious.
Wait, hold on. Biscuit. eBay Life said yes. This is correct. Any bot traffic is meant to have been removed before the stats appear on our seller hub, but that's not how they do that. So that's boo on them. And I think it's really boo on them to provide us all these stats and first of all, not tell us how to interpolate them, because I think a real statistician would understands these things, understands the flow of the data rather than the exact data. Like if you're giving me data on eBay, I just sell stuff on eBay. I mean, this isn't nuclear science. Can you just give me the stuff, the real stuff? That would be ideal.
What is Basket Noodle was saying? For a while, I made variation lots and promoted them. So you have 100 items in that lot, all come up nice in a search.
I think that's variation lots are like if you had 100 tapes, maybe you're selling tapes,
right?
And then and your variations are like all the different tapes.
Oh! You select the one that you want out of that, right? Instead of doing 100 separate listings.
Yes, and that is definitely against eBay policy.
Yeah.
So
okay, right.
I'm sure they caught up with those. I don't think it ever was okay to do that, but you can get away with murder for a while. Bendel420 says, why do they bolster the views higher than remove them? Exactly. And initially you think there's no other reason except for you to think that you're doing better than you are.
Well, at least for that
3 days. Yeah, it's 3 days. Count them. 3. And then you
get excited, and then you eat cheesecake, and then all of a sudden the next day you're like, my stomach.
Dragon Artwork says, get well soon, Primo. Thank you so much.
Hi, Dragon
Artwork.
I'm making up. I said artwork.
Yeah, eBay Life says mental and financial stress. I mean, we were in a very, very good position for the ground to fall out from underneath us. We had assets to sell. During the pandemic, we had paid off most of our debts. So we were in a good position, and we even had enough. We had enough to weather this storm. But I mean, honestly, most of that's used up. This is after a year. Most of it's used up. We can make it through June. That would be a full year, and any good businessman knows have a year's worth of income on hand in case things go weird. Thankfully, I listened to myself or other people, and did that. But what happens after the year? Now you're doing the wrong business if it takes a year. But I'm getting a little bit of tingly hopes that what's going on right now, and the GMV and the investors in eBay are saying, okay, our stock's up, that's great, but how are we going to keep this a great company? You can't sell enough handbags and tennis shoes and Pokemon cards. We're going to have to sell other stuff too, whether you like it or not. But they do not want to sell new goods. So that's very clear that they don't want to sell.
They want to go back
stuff.
to the roots, sort of like with Etsy. It seems like they're sort of cracking down on people that are selling new product and somehow under the radar.
Did I read something else about Etsy's redoing their payments? I should have read that article.
Oh, there's something about China. Their payments processing in China, or I don't know. They added China.
No, Facebook Marketplace doubling selling fees
from
April
5
15th.
to 10%.
5 to 10%. Remember when they used to be free?
I didn't even know that. Yeah,
that was the first part of the enshittification. Was free. Sell on Marketplace for free. Then they did it 5. Then they do it 10.
They hook you.
Once they get it to 10, then they start taking things away from you. Still charging you 10%, but taking things away from you that then they'll have to charge you.
It's
for.
like drug pushers. They give
Well, where did they learn
Not that
this?
I'm familiar with that, other than
Where do you think they learned these? Where do you think they learned this?
Oh, could we go back to comments?
Drug dealers. Is there anything they don't know? I mean, it's seriously though. Drug dealing is like the corest base of capitalism. So you can look at any level of drug dealing and sourcing and everything, and you can go, well, that's a genuine business right there.
So you're saying
murders
watch
people.
Snowfall.
Oh, Snowfall's the best. You guys ever seen Snowfall? Amy, we watched Cons, Schools.
The program, Cons, Cults, and Kidnapping. That was so good.
It was really good. And it's about the schools in the back of Sunset Magazine that wealthier parents sent their kids to. And I have a short little story on that. I was sent away to one called Alta Sierra in Lake Tahoe. And it was not one of the military type schools. In fact, it was basically your kid's not doing well in school. Send them up to us and we will send him home worse than he was when he left you, but he'll ski all day at Heavenly Valley. That's right. So I did that.
But you also did something else that got you in trouble.
Well,
right?
it was because this was not a fun environment, and it was a little predatory, and there was like teachers and people and sex and drugs, and I felt very immature 14-year-old who just wanted to go to Tahoe to ski and be a punk rocker and be in the punk rock cabin where there was older punk rockers who just tortured me to death. And so I had to burn down a cabin a little bit. It was a little burnt. It was just a little crispy around the edges. I had some of my hair mousse and a torch, and I lit up. It's fine. They tore those down anyway. But I left school shortly thereafter and went home to my mother, who, if you've seen the show, was like, I'm so sorry I sent you there. I'm so sorry I sent you there.
Oh, the documentary where a mom was like, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it
so
was
I won.
good.
I won that battle. And by the way, I had fun up there for the most part. So it wasn't all terrible. But when when stuff went south, I was like completely on my own. I did not know how to deal with things at all.
Yeah, Biff was saying that eBay lived in his head last year.
Yeah.
And
it lived in all of our heads, right? I mean, really.
Oh, Bendo420 is saying, good to get our
Josh,
story.
With Josh Galt at the helm.
Yes. Thank you, Josh, for leading the way.
He kept us sane. While he was having daily heart attacks.
I know. That's just awful. Bendel420, good to get our story out since we all have similar situations. Yeah. It's crazy.
I think most of us who aren't selling new stuff with SKUs. Now, the anything sellers, Flipping Ain't Easy has had the ability to really pivot. Like, I think last year, the beginning of the year, wasn't doing as well and pivoted and then just did really, really well. And then now I think he's saying that, sometimes it's a little, it's not as good as it should be. But he does have that ability to pivot. I can't pivot at all. Almost. We can't really pivot.
Yeah.
We can, but it doesn't really, it doesn't work the same way.
And Basket Noodle, as opposed to eBay it backward, LOL. eBay it forward.
Yabe?
No, he's the eBay it forward.
eBay it forward. What do you mean, Yabe? Yeah, what's the Yabe this thing?
Jay,
that's eBay backwards. Though.
Yeah, I know.
I know what he's saying.
Oh, right, the C2C.
This is comedy. I'm just doing some comedy.
Can you ring the bell to let me know you're making a joke?
I have to flow the air horn so she knows I'm joking. Look at smug Jamie sitting there on that article. It's true though. Jamie's picture is a major 5-head come over.
Oh wow, we're so behind because everyone's commenting on you reading the article.
Okay. So what we'll do right here is we're gonna jump forward, everybody. It's 2:06. So I'm gonna go back to
like 1:30.
1:30. You're nuts.
Oh.
Let's go back to 1:57 around here. I'm just gonna look really quick. If only they offered an explanatory footnote image, how that would change our experience. Okay, eBay Life says I've had to put a pause on the daily stats as they are just too skewed. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, you put them out every day, so I think if you were, you have a depository of information of how it was, and then I've watched you every morning because you're right there, and it comes up, and I can see you just go, this stuff is crazy. This stuff's so out of whack. About like 2 weeks, right? It's been pretty out of whack. But you have that all there. It might become kind of a useful resource when we really look at how things are moving.
Flippin' A Easy says hi. Well, hi.
Aloha. To both of y'all.
Snap came out with "Got the Power," not CNC Music Factory, and it's not C2C. It's CNC.
It's getting. So what did CNC do? You want to know, don't you?
I wanted to go up. It looks like there was some interesting convo that we skipped over.
I can go up.
Okay. Did we ever distrust? Patricia was saying, did we ever distrust eBay like this before last spring? Bendel 420. We have been
gonna make you sweat.
Yeah, that's okay. Boring reseller life.
Anything?
And then Gina was saying, no, Patricia, not like this past year. And then
is Basket Noodle asking what we sell? Referring to us? We sell collectibles, big comic books, 40 records of all kinds, vinyls. Don't call them vinyls, please.
Vintage computers.
That makes my stomach hurt more if people call it vinyls. What else do we sell?
Vintage computers.
I
Electronics.
didn't even mention. Did I mention last week that I think I did. But I told you that's one of the biggest, coolest things that's happening during this undust up. Is you remember, hopefully, that I was huge in computer manuals, huge, and most of them went to California, and then I got the theory of geo something in the summer last year, geo fencing, not fencing, but and it would make sense that AI is trying to connect the dots as close as possible, so they're taking into account where you live, where the buyer lives. And then they're taking into account the price and the quality of the item. And I guess making a decision. But if mine in Vermont is the best one at the lowest price, yes, maybe there's a little more cost in getting it there, but there won't be because I only charge $5. So it doesn't matter if I ship it all the way across the country or next door, it's $5. So in my case, it wouldn't matter. But if they thought that there was somebody in San Francisco selling to San Francisco and their item was just a little bit worse than mine, that they would give it to them. That's kind of my theory. Because we stopped selling manuals. Well, that turned on this month. So we've been busting out tons of manuals out the door. It all came back on. Like, we have not been selling them for months.
And the international sales.
Sales. Stop! I'm going crazy. I have to take a nap.
Oh, my. Oh, boy. Ladybug got home from an interview. I hope it went well.
How'd it go?
And then, Basket Noodle.
Bendel's got the ADD. Let's do it. Here, I'm coming over to your house. I just went to your house, ran around in a circle 5 times, and came home. Not even breaking a sweat.
Oh, yeah, so it may not be here. Ladybug was saying, because Paul Rose must have said
no,
something
Patricia,
to her.
we did never distrust eBay.
May not be here
they
next
were my
week,
best friend.
But at a 9 to 5 instead, not what I want. to do,
Who?
but
What
I
happened?
need to. That's what
Ladybug?
Ladybug is saying. Yeah.
Ladybug, you're a full-time and now you're going to full-time work?
Dental Depot was saying, Primo, I sent you an Instagram message with hours since January 1st, their info, their eBay info.
I will check that out.
Right, okay. And then Patricia was saying, if only they offered an explanatory foothold, imagine how that would change our experience. It's so true. eBay Life is agreeing. Ladybug is saying
Some things. What's Ladybug saying?
oh, she was just thanking Paul Rose. Hopefully,
Etsy states their views and ships and ship visit stats aren't final for 2 to 3 days, and so does eBay. Yeah, they do. However, this kind of drop is like, don't show us these things. Do not show us a 50% drop in our stats. A couple hundred out of a couple thousand, 10%. Yeah, 10% seems like
it is sort of odd that they
a
do
catch up,
that.
but 50%, that's not.
It's like, just don't even put the days
Just don't
there
even show me the
until you've
freaking
done
metrics.
It. Yeah.
If you can't give me the right metrics so that I can, how do I base my business on your faulty metrics? And if they've dropped 50%, how do I know that you dropped them the right amount? If you couldn't get them the right amount, that's why we have to go into the bot theory that maybe they're having a big bot attack in the past weeks.
Big Dre, aloha.
Aloha.
Just finished doing my shopping at the dollar store. 50% off closing sale. I got plenty of detergent, dish soap, dog food, toilet paper, paper towels, frozen pizza, and more.
$1,000 are going out.
Essentials.
Going down.
eBay Life. Wouldn't it be awesome if we could just get back to focusing on list and sell? Oh, they were the days. No kidding, huh?
Those were the days. And you know who you were.
Gina, yes, those were the days. They were. Major Win is back. Paul Rose agreed about the Peanuts teacher talk. Oh, I skipped over that.
That's the eBay stats as they go.
Jack was saying.
I love how John Flippin' Easy's got the line on the 90s hit songs.
I got the power. You got the
We were
power.
just listening to Technotronic the other day too, and such good songs from that one little girl in the hat.
Jack was saying, Primo, here's a thought. Let our stuff be seen as well as the luxury goods. Why not make money off both as they're different markets?
Well, that article did say that the lady that they canned or whatever is she dropped the ball on that because she was supposed to do that at the same time, but didn't, and just did the purses exactly what it seemed like they did. They focused on cards and purses and bags. They built sneakers, and they built a Tony Stark quality place to store them all for you to send in all your crap. It's all air conditioned, and there's stormtroopers guarding it and stuff, and that just all closed, and they got rid of half the people. And then they hired a couple more. So I don't know what they're doing, but that whole authentication thing, they blew it up. Then they had to chop it off, and then now they're rebuilding it slowly again. And I do see a lot of push for these eBay consignment, where you send in your clothing, your high end, your, all those Oscar de la Renta dresses you have, kicking around. Send those in. Let them get even more of your money. Which this might be a good time to go back out into the sell it on eBay for people business. We have one right down the street here. They've been there since I was going to have one 25 years ago, and I did the Tiki Bar instead. And they're still here. Global Garage Sale in Winooski.
Paul Rose is saying, tingly hopes. I'm in. I'm all in. Yes, please send me. You know what it reminds me of?
That's time travel, though.
Yeah.
That's totally different.
But tingly hopes.
You can remind you of that. But remember, that's time travel.
Okay, thank you. Den Decor, drug dealing and prostitution are the world's oldest profession.
They are businesses. And they are the you got to keep track. Everybody's getting the cut. You got a ledger book Got 2 sets of ledger books because you're a criminal. You got 2 books. But I think that it's
Patricia's like, anyone else dream eBay? My nephew is always asking me if I dream about eBay. Not all the time. There's been some dreams. I mean, nightmares.
I don't dream anymore. I just completely, by the time I go to bed, I'm so done with the day that I'm just like, I close down. We need that robot sound, that little robot that goes,
Oh.
yeah, I'll get that sound because that's me. Hey, let's see. Jack, let's see. Major Win says, this took a dark turn. Are you script writing right now? Paul Rose. Yep, it's a blockbuster for sure with the emphasis on bust. Oops. So then Patricia says that. And then Jack says, I'm greedy. Why not do both? It's not like they say $1 billion company or anything. Yeah, of course. And then John says, doing pretty good.
Oh, good.
Pretty good. As compared to the last numbers. Yeah, we're up this. I'll give you, well, this is going to bring it down because we had a bad Sunday. But I will tell you. So I want to compare this against last year's because we're almost over last year. And last year was awesome up until June. So, and this year was crummy. So March has really made up for a lot of it. But let's just see.
Oh my goodness. Patricia saying that her dreaming is about trying to solve some kind of problem with a listing or something I am prepping to list.
I hate that.
Oh, and is it on repeat? It just keeps repeating the same thing over and over in your dream. I hate those.
Okay, this here, this is a lie. Well, no, it doesn't look good for me right now. So right now it looks like we're down. I'm trying to see is that the right number? Yeah, I guess we're down 21% right now. Well, January and February were pretty crappy.
Right.
But all I've been comparing right now, I've been comparing March to December, which was sort of our biggest, in the second half of the year was our biggest month. So March is going to overtake December. So it will be our biggest month since the eBay again. But, you know, we're still down considerably over last year. And yeah, why'd you make me look at that now? I feel bad. Oh, my stomach hurts even worse now. Thanks a lot. My tummy hurts worse now, John. How you did the bad boo-boo on my tum-tum. Let's see. Biff, don't claim them vinyls unless you promise to buy. Basket Noodle, interesting. Retailers are working hard towards AI for the same day or 24-hour deliveries, using AI to rapidly zing the logistics in store offline automatic warehousing. Oh. Yes, other retailers are doing that. So compartmentalized locations so they can get their goods out as quickly as possible. Yeah, ultimately that would be the end, right? Macy's would have 5 stores in the USA, big, huge Amazon-sized stores, and just ship everything. I mean, that would be ideal. And then AI drives the.
I just burped.
Did you?
Sorry,
Was that your burp?
Excuse me. No, that was your stomach.
Did you forget where you were? Why do you keep putting those under my leg?
No, you got it right. You
Stop
keep moving
that.
yours.
These cords are all messed up.
Oh, that's the problem. All right,
Take care of this real quick. We'll take care of this real quick.
Thank you.
Thank you. I was driving me crazy. You back?
Bendel420 says you have the best sound effects. He does, and we need to add. We need to.
Oh, well, we got to buy a bigger thing, a bigger deal. You can have endless sound effects on your computer screen. You can have as many as you want, but they're not easy. You can't use them. You just can't do it as fast and as accurately unless you have one of these little babies. But they make them that are like 3 times longer, and I'm gonna get like 2 of those. Oh, and then I'm gonna sound the
and speaking of sound effects, there's a sound effect that we need to add for Major Win, because Major Win is our first and only
member
thus far. And we have a special sound effect
a big member
that we think you're really going to like. It's going to be for you.
So the plan is for the member thing, which is cool. It costs money. It's a paywall sort of a thing. And right now there's no reason to do that unless your Major Win is just awesome and you just do it. So I would say sometime in the next week, we're going to start putting a couple like behind the scenes videos using the vertical YouTube video and put those in for people who are members. And then we will member everybody for like a month so that you can go look at them and see if that's worth it to you. And then maybe you'll find that it's worth it to you. But we'll give you a free sample before we put all the really, really cool stuff like striptease, pole dancing, the stuff. Me, I do that. That's how I work out.
Paul Rose was saying... That looks weird. Paul Rose was saying...
It's a fire pole. I was sliding down the fire.
Yeah, it still looked weird. To Basket Noodle, sold something just before midnight on Saturday, packed, processed straight away. eBay is estimated the delivery on Monday. It wouldn't even be collected until then. Yeah, and then what? Does eBay say that it was a late delivery?
Supposedly they are tightening up the delivery fees. I heard that.
Yeah, I heard that
time.
eBay... Or not.
Oh no!
Sorry,
Counting
Etsy.
the weekends. Counting the weekends.
Etsy, yeah, I heard Etsy is thinking about having weekends be ship days too, Saturdays evidently. So great.
Basket Noodle, another example. Walmart is applying AI towards produce deliveries and sourcing. They claim they're cutting heaps of miles of trucking down via its usage. There's no problem. That seems very reasonable. It's just that the moldy grapes at the moldy grape farm is the closest one to you, then you're always going to get moldy grapes, right? You're not going to get Bubba's super fresh, awesome grapes.
GMO grapes.
Yeah, you're going to get these GMO dog turd grapes. This is the problem. Quality. AI is not considering quality. They're considering logistics and how to save money, not quality. And that's why we all suck right now. Benny Stratton, aloha, my friend. Hello, all. One great thing we can all look forward to this week is eBay giving us sales so we have enough to pay for our eBay sales. I was pointing that out at the beginning of the show because we had our first zero in many weeks, and it was on a Sunday, which for the past 5 weeks, and like it always used to be, it was our best sales day. We had a zero yesterday. So I'm not sure what caused that or if anything, but I thought for sure they'd be turning up our store so we could pay those store fees. Agreed. Bendel's 35%.
Yeah, I mean,
that's what that you're saying this year over last year. I mean, it actually isn't surprising if people have that, especially people who haven't pivoted or changed. Like our inventory is the same, so we haven't changed anything. We've obviously put more items in our store, but they're the same type of items. We have not pivoted.
So I did not know. Did you know this? Benny is saying if anyone is in the eBay International Shipping Program, the reason we are all not getting sales is because they're charging international buyers a $20 convenience fee per transaction.
Well, that sucks.
That no kidding. Why wouldn't that? Right? Why? But
Well, computers aren't going to Germany. I guess we can't get electronics into Germany. We've gotten some art into England. Books into France.
Mike Seller.
Thank you very much for the super chat. Sorry, part of it was stomach yuck. But
heart that.
That's your first super on a live stream. Well, thank you very much.
Wow. And Benny was saying that he had an Australian buyer tell him that the international eBay shipping program was charging him $56.90 for a 12-ounce 6x6x6 package.
Yeah, I mean, I can understand how they have to do that in a certain way. I mean, but they're figuring out they're testing all different ways to do it because we were originally paying $1.50 convenience fee with global positioning system, global shipping.
So Benny, you're saying that they're adding the $20
on the buyer side
on the shipping part of it.
That makes sense. I mean, it does make sense.
Right. It's not like a fee where they're like, oh, you're paying this additional fee.
You got to pay a $20 convenience fee, which goes to eBay's pocket, right? They are doing work.
They're handling it.
They are doing work. Then they get their value-added tax, which can be twice the tax, and then they have the shipping price. So
right. It's not like itemized as like a processing fee for
you're getting
us handling
triple
it.
dog dipped in that one. And I can understand to get to buy expensive things, or you can buy a whole bunch of things and we can ship them all in one box.
Yeah, well, shockingly, we've had what, 5 international sales over the past week or so.
Yeah. And that's definitely up. And while Biff pointing out that the number uno sign of whether sales are getting better or worse is how many offers we have out at any given time. If it's in anywhere above 20, but more towards 30 or above 30, we're in great business. If it's above 30, we're smoking. But in June of last year, we were what's more than smoking. We were like on fire. We were on fire. It was 70. So now we're at 30.
You were not extinguishable.
We were not extinguishable. We were just we were a incandescent mat. No, we were a incandescent mat, a nuclear incandescent mass.
Nuclear
incandescent.
We need Biff.
A giant nuclear furnace. And with the sun anyway.
Right.
Basket Noodle's out of here. Aloha, Basket Noodle.
Thanks for being here, Basket Noodle. Love the combo with you.
I don't even know what I just said. I was like, thank you, Basket Noodle. Thank you.
Peace.
Gots to go. Carl said, speaking to Benny Stratton, they can only make money if sellers use them. If they shaft the buyer, then the buyer won't buy and will use other means.
So it's not technically like a $20 fee. It's a percentage of the sale that they.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean, it's hard to say they would send a $1 item, charge a $20 fee, value added tax and shipping, but maybe I don't know.
I hope not.
Yeah, I don't hope so.
No matter what, customers, international buyers are getting charged a lot, and we have seen the results.
Oh, but Benny answers back here. He says, but I didn't expect them to slap an extra 15 to 20 over the actual cost of the shipping international and the thing. And that's always been the problem with internet. It's expensive to ship over there. But with the kind of system that they had set up with global shipping, which was done by Pitney Bowes, who had done it for a while, they Costco'd the Pitney Bowes and decided to bring it in-house. And I guess they're still having problems sorting that all out. But it seems like it is opening up a little bit because we're noticing the sales. And everything's opened up a little bit because we're noticing those manuals fly both to Europe and back to California, which they just stopped for a long time. The other thing I was thinking is, wouldn't that be crazy if the other manual sellers in California bugged out?
What do you mean?
They stopped selling.
Why?
What if people have dropped off the platform and that's why it's opened up for us? Because our niches are fairly niche. So there's like 10 people above us. I mean, what if they drop off or they sell all their stuff because they're the only ones getting all the sales because they're in San Francisco and they're selling to San Francisco.
Bendel 420 was like, who else lists and chills watching the Kimo show?
That's what you guys should be doing.
Netflix and chills.
It's Kimo and chill.
List and chill. I like that.
It's the list and chill. James does a list and chill, which I think is super fun. He's got some lo-fi on there. He's in his pajamas. It's like after brunch on Sunday. His dogs are in it. It's kind of fun.
Bendel 420 was saying that they sold a vinyl album, and I can't remember, but it wasn't.
It was $60.
$60. Wait,
now
shipping
you guys,
was horrendous for a vinyl album, and I can't remember, but it wasn't $60 shipping.
We talked about it last week, where it's a really good practice to actually put in your weights and measurements on your packages, specifically for international sales. So they
And-
might get charged less.
Yeah.
I can't prove it, but I was told that by one of the directors of eBay International Shipping when I called a Sunday morning many, many months ago. And she said that was really, really super important. And then we didn't do it for a while. And then you started doing it.
Yeah.
Did you just start doing it? Is that why we're selling to?
I did just start doing
When
it.
did you just start
Oh,
doing it?
like the computers and stuff, and some of the more recent things.
What about books? What about manuals and books?
No.
You didn't do them in those. Okay.
No.
So we haven't sold any computers to.
Oh, I did do them on those Senest bound volumes. I did put weights.
Well, those haven't sold yet.
No.
Anything that has sold, have you done it on any of the?
Yeah, I did on that pedal thing on the computers.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if it, I don't know what kind of real value it has, but it makes sense that they can charge the customer. So let's say this is how I always thought it would work. The customer buys something from us. They're waiting. We cannot. Biff Boffo is in DEF CON 3.
That's awesome.
Nice. We have 2 members. We just doubled the size of our membership base. I'm very proud.
And just for those that weren't around when you announced the membership thing, and then Major Win became the first member, and you were saying there was a special message for new members. And
so Biff will be seeing it right now.
Yeah. Biff Boffo knew what the message
Doxing
was.
your message brought me so much glee.
And had never
join.
even seen the
That's
message
awesome.
and knew it because you two are on the same
And I didn't change
wavelength.
it. That was the one. That was the first one I made, and I just left it there, and I thought that was awesome.
Major Win.
Thank you, guys.
You guys. Oh.
You're awesome. You make me want to go take a nap,
And Major Win was saying to
which would be a good thing. I'd like to take a
that,
nap. I'm so tired.
That
So
he's
very
spending
tired.
his money in the right place. Thank you.
Major Win says he was watching some of our recent Primo vids. Such good laughs. Yeah, our old ones are. Those are really the Sober Octobers, which they're Sober October is just the name of them. I mean, the very first
we didn't
year.
even really talk about.
No, the first year though, the very first video, the very first year, I was sitting in the car waiting for my double Chipotle order. And I was like, oh my God, I'm so fat and gross. I'm so fat and gross. I got to stop. I'll just do Sober October and just not drink for a month just to lose weight. And it really did start something right then. But anyway, I filmed that one. That's the only one where I really even talk about sober anything. I was just like,
The first time you did Sober October. Then you did a second year. And then
the second year was just being goofy the
And
whole
then the
time.
third year was during the pandemic, so I was there
You were
doing
there
it
too?
with you. But we didn't focus at all on the fact that there was no drinking.
No, it has not.
It was just
We
were being
were
stupid.
sober the whole month though.
Yeah,
But
we were just doing stupid crap.
that should just happen anyway. You should take time off every once in a while. It depends on how much of a drinker you are. But I happen to like my my big tiki ridiculous drinks served in a pineapple. So those only have about 40,000 calories, alcohol, all kinds of stuff in it, and that's why they're so good.
Benny was saying one thing
They're like a
regarding
Calgon bath. Right? My
they
God.
are. We also have our a couple of Dinks D period I period N period K period S period channel.
Oh, those are the really good edited videos. We think they're really good edited videos.
Well, it was more like some travel
like
videos.
they're travel edited videos.
Right?
And then we stopped using the couple of dinks because of the.
We heard
connotations.
something about that. Yeah.
It's just everything can be used as an insult, and this one was used as an insult at one time, but still could be brought back, and I don't want to be in.
But Benny was saying that one thing regarding the EIS, I have to say, is I have been covered now 2 or 3 times for non-delivery. So because of that, even though they are charging the buyer more than the actual shipping, I have to keep using it. We've been covered to
At least so we got the when it first started, the IBM thing and the Texas Instruments breakout box, those were that's like $1,000 worth of stuff. they just kept the stuff and paid us and the people. Never went to Germany because these both were going to Germany. And then those are the two main things. And then probably, I don't know, another dozen things. No, they didn't refund a dozen things. 6 things. I can think of a couple books and an electronic item.
Yeah, there have been things, but thankfully, right, we don't lose out. The buyer gets refunded.
I remember what it is. It was the Patagonia shorts that I was just so excited. They sold like 3 times in the U.S., and they just kept going and then coming back. That I guess the measurements weren't enough. And so then finally they sold for like the 4th time to Europe, and we were like, good, you're never coming back now. So sometimes it's just like, yay, we never have to see you again.
6x6 was saying that I have roughly 800 active items and promote at 6%. That should never be my case. Oh, in regards to something that they were discussing with eBay Life. Has anyone watched Darth Thrifters?
I have had 3 days in the last 2 days that were 0 sales. This weekend was 2 of them. Saturday and today thus far. Yikes. We sold stuff today. We sold Elvis records. Thank you, Elvis, old guy. It's the old guys that buy Elvis. And they're still there. Thank you.
Darth Thrifter's most recent video was about his test that he's been doing of turning off promoted listings.
Yeah.
And he's definitely giving it till the rest of this month. But his stats, well, watch his video. I don't want to give it away. And he has yet to decide what his next move will be.
I think at this point, everyone should just stay. If you're not promoting, if you are promoting, you should stay promoting and just wean yourself down. And if you're not promoting, I don't suggest turning it on right now. I mean, again,
but
the Venn diagram's not here. Like, what are you selling? I don't know.
You have to do the nuclear reset.
If you're selling clothing, you have
day.
to promote almost. Oh, yeah. I do a nuclear reset all day.
You have to do the nuclear reset every day
all
if you're not promoting. So
I think my stomach did a nuclear reset.
Watch Darth Thrifter's video. I said it was really good food for thought, and it was really interesting. I liked how he explained all his numbers and everything, and I was like, I think I would know what I would do if I was him in his situation, but I will not say. Anyhow, because that's for him to say.
Major Win says a couple of dinks is stinking adorable. I appreciate that. Yeah. The reason why we could call them something else and still do them, but the problem was that they took so much. First of all, you got to get a whole wire somewhere. And then it's like, it takes us a month to edit them. I mean, it takes a long time. It's a motivation thing, too, because you just went on the vacation and then you're like, I got to make this good. Oh, and then music's a problem. We keep getting copyrights. There's issues, but nothing terrible. 6x6 is saying if you jump into YouTube, you keep hearing the sell-through argument, but it's hard to believe nothing you have is of it. No. It's
right.
The sell-through thing is particular only to new. Well, that's not true. So
it's overly saturated categories.
Well, no, not. That's for promotions. So what I'm saying is that sell-through rate is if you're just getting into eBay, or if you are trying to build up some insane business, you have no thoughts of your own or ideas of your own. So we own a boutique on eBay. Our store is like a little dark shop in the Village in NYC. It's a rainy night. You come in and the place opens up and it's got all kinds of sparkly gems and all the things that you want. That's not, I'm going to use J-Ride because, it's okay. This is not not at all a cap session on him. My main feeling about J-Ride is he is a YouTuber who wants to use eBay as his vehicle for YouTubing. And the best way to do that and to show that he is, relatively successful, although I can't be I don't know the veracity of his numbers or anything, but go buy high sell-through rate items. Go buy 100 remote controls that you will end up with $3 on. Go buy 100 football cards. He sells them for $2. You're going to get a whole bunch. You're going to build up your feedback. You're going to show some movement for people on YouTube. He is following the Daily Refinement, who followed the Jason T. Smith sort of lineage of how to build a YouTube and eBay business simultaneously. And it works to a certain extent. It works.
Bendel was saying...
sell-through rate is for people who don't... I don't want to say care, because it's not about caring. It's about who don't have... People build stores in this world. People build their Den Decor Depot's got a store. People make their store with vibes. If it's a bricks and mortar store, yeah, some of them are TJ Maxx's. TJ Maxx doesn't care. They care about sell-through rate. That's kind of the point. Walmart cares about sell-through rate. Think of a cool store that doesn't.
Well, I know
They're mostly local.
when I worked in the jewelry, it was sell-through rate also.
Yes, but these are stores that, and jewelry's cool, I guess. But if you're, I don't know, yeah, antique stores is what we're running. And antique stores aren't about sell-through rate.
Well, usually you just have one-off items, so you can't.
One-off items. You got to wait for the right person or market it the right way or do something. But we're boutiques. We're boutiques. We're selling cool stuff that we find to be cool. We're choosing it because it's cool, not because it's a sell-through rate. Now that can only go so far. But it's best to find cool items that have high sell-through rates. That's ideal.
Bendel was saying, I went with Galt's theory that the EIS was slowing total sales, possibly getting in.
I don't know. I have no idea how to attack that one. It doesn't seem like it's broken, so that might be a good reason not to use it until it's not broken. And maybe it's just getting unbroken. This March 2024 thing seems to be a lot of activity that's happening positively to us in March 2024 that we were made aware of, that there might be something at the end of Q1 that people, if you can hold on till then, you might notice something. We definitely noticed something.
Yeah.
Is it going to stick with us, or was that it?
Major was saying that his wife's family referred to alcohol drinks as dinky dinks, and when that's what they it makes us think of when we see the name a couple of dinks. Well, if you were to go to YouTube and type in a couple of dinks, it wants to always change it to drinks.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah.
Which is an episode of Trailer Park Boys, I think.
Paul Rose was...
Oops, I muted you.
Yeah, you did.
Me. Are you? I'm muted because I was coughing. But
and then Benny was saying to Paul Rose, yes, it's like a double-edged sword. You hate that they are overcharging on the shipping, but you have to do what will protect you as a seller in the end. But before that, before EIS, we sold a ton using global shipping, and we hardly ever had any issues.
No issues at all.
But I think
a lot. We sold a ton.
I think that EIS...
When she says a ton, we're talking, that's 2,000 pounds. Yeah, we probably sold a ton.
We sold a lot. But I also feel, too, if this new program, the international buyers feel like they can complain and scam because they know that the seller will just get, won't get dinged, and the buyer will get their money back, and yada, yada, yada. I think that the EIS has opened it up to some sort of scams,
Well,
too.
Mike Stratton says...
Mike Stratton?
I'm sorry. I was trying to read
Mike Seller.
Mike Seller right below Benny Stratton, sorry. I had a sale in February to Czech Republic that was undeliverable. They took care of it and haven't been billed back
Yeah, they won't
yet.
bill you.
No, I don't think they will. And I was looking for some glasses I need from, especially when I feel bad, when I feel gross. I'm like, okay, life's ending. I better get all the
therapy.
I need to get all the little things together, which I've done this a million times. So I basically have all the little things you could possibly ever need or want for my last days on Earth, so I can just look at them. But I needed some Ray-Ban Deco sunglasses, which they're like $300 if you buy them in the U.S. There's somebody in Pakistan, $99. He's got multiple pairs. I'm feeling like I'm going to go in on that. I got $100 to let ride. I'm sure I won't get
They're
them.
not real.
But what if I get them? No, they're
Um,
legit Ray-Bans. I can tell they are. But the thing is like, why not? I'll go for it.
They look legit.
I'll take a gamble.
Just jumping ahead, and then we can go back. Flipping Ain't Easy was saying, I have 2 established stores, and one of them has good STR. And as a result, I can sell multiples of one SKU and not one sale of the same SKU on the other store. Store STR is a factor.
It is a factor. It is. There's no doubt about that. So if you could have, but you can't have collectibles. So first of all, SKU items just work differently because they're new-ish. Items without SKUs shouldn't be handled the same way. And I'm thinking that's kind of what happened this month, why our sales have blossomed so intensely, was because they finally figured out how to turn back on
unique, one of a kinds.
Or however this happens,
eBay Life saying, hey, Primo, I'm sorry, jumping ahead again. May I make a quick statement? Yes, of course.
Carl,
please do. We'll be looking for it.
But yes, if you're a businessman and you want to go on eBay to run a business, you must be into STR. We're running a job. I think that's clear. We're running an experience. We're running an artisanal, bespoke experience over here. Don't call us the eBay resellers. We're artisanal, bespoke.
Okay.
Whatever.
So Carl from eBay Life just posted his statement. He says that Liz at Value Added Resources has reached back out to me regarding the stats, the manipulations, adjustments, and anyone that wishes to share info regarding what's happening on their account can reach out.
Yes, talk to Carl. Talk to Carl about that. Talk to hayfrosells. He is collecting names and numbers, and maybe we'll get somewhere with all the people and the things. And then flipping is saying by SKU is he's just saying an item. I always call it a SKU, but really, and you always correct me because it's really it's a UPC, right?
Right,
UPC is what I'm saying.
He's saying by SKU, I'm saying an item. It's not necessarily new.
Right, because he has SKUs like.
He makes his own
SKUs.
Yes,
that's what I think. So just an item. But if your items are new and SKUable and easily searchable and priceable, that's how you do.
Right.
Or reach out to Liz directly. That's what Carl is saying.
Okay. Did you want to go back up a little? Because I skipped down. Oh, that's a little too far, sweetie. Keep going down.
Down, down, down.
I feel like your Fargo. Just go down.
Yeah, Fargo was awesome.
Yeah, we finally finished Fargo, the last season. Now you're going too far down.
Where do you want me to go?
Oh, here we go. Okay, yeah, right around here.
Oh, and you know who I really, 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 really like on YouTube right now is Sunny Las Vegas. He has a vlog.
What a happy dude he is.
He is so positive. He's doing a vlog, like an actual edited vlog. So like 10, 15 minutes, and, sort of showing his day, showing his food. I want to reach in there and just grab it. And he speaks a little pidgin English every once in a while, which I do my sloppy, howly back and forth with him over that, and that's kind of fun. But anyway, he's a really sweet guy, and he has nice hair. And I'm really enjoying him.
His long,
luxurious hair. Mm-hmm. And he's got about 15, 16 videos up right now. So go check out Sunny Las Vegas.
And he does a something with J-Ride too.
He does the Reseller, the Island Ice Cream podcast or whatever.
Yeah, but he's I think a popular YouTuber.
Sunny?
Yeah.
Well, Sunny, I don't know how popular he is. I don't think he has that many subscribers, a couple thousand, but I do see he is on
an eBay thing. Yeah.
So if you go and look at eBay's videos, I think he talked about glass or something. So eBay likes him.
Yeah.
I mean, I would love eBay to like us. I don't think we're getting there now, but anytime soon. But it's always been my favorite thing.
They want new eBayers. They don't want us.
They want the Rally Roots and the sunny Las Vegases.
Yeah.
They don't like us.
They want young newbies.
Yeah. Dare you? How dare you?
How dare you? Blah,
How dare you?
Blah, blah. Major win. We would literally watch you guys walking around in a grocery store. Well, hey, yeah. I told them because Major
be careful
win,
what you ask for.
we had the snow 2 days ago, and I said we need to do a video of making snow angels and put that up for Major.
Oh wait, don't tell them. We're gonna do that.
And
You just ruined that.
we're not doing it anymore. The snow is melting now.
In case we do it, I just reminded you. No, we thought that'd be a really good video to drone, but the drone can't fly in the super
Right.
cold.
I didn't realize that. It was like really heavy snow and blah 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 blah.
Our sales have jumped quite a bit lately, waiting for the roller coaster drop. It's coming. You're on the click 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 click
And then it's
click
gonna
click
go-
click 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 click, and then you know what happens? You go click 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 click, and if you're in the front, you go click 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 click
then
click
you
click click
go-
click 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 click, and then you go down the little jump, but it's still clicking for the back people. Click 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 click, and then you go down this, and then no sales.
Bendel was saying, "Holy smokes, I can't focus to list 100. How
100?
I don't even know how that's possible. Well, not in a day. I have a hard time doing 20 in a day.
Well, James can do 100 or 200 in a day, but he's just doing blop, blop, blop with hats. Like he has a head, and he goes
Yeah.
1 picture, 2 picture, 3 picture, 4 picture.
But he still has to type in the description and fill in.
He
all
doesn't,
the
though. He just either has like an old description or everything is just
a template.
Yeah, it's a template. And he doesn't, I don't know for sure specifically how people do it, but tech and sports, everybody, you have to like items. And then just conveyor belt process. And the actual listing has to be very, very similar with the specifics. And then all you're changing is a couple of words in the top.
That's what I'm doing with the comic books that we lost all of those listings when you were.
Oh, yeah.
doing
Our
a
371 items that we lost due to mental failure at some point.
reset. Still.
We're getting them back up right now.
Yeah, we are.
So
we
that's
are.
nice.
And then Bendel was saying that they've been selling the family horde Ephemer. Why can't I
Mary Kill? Where are you?
right there. You see?
Who?
It's
What's the name of the person?
Bendel 420.
Yeah, start with that, and then I can read. I have been selling. I uncontracted his I've. I have been selling family horde ephemera
You've
cookbooks
been
from
selling
1900s, old vinyl records, sports cards, sports programs that were signed. Nice. Legos that have been retired.
So
Those are all awesome things.
They're saying so no sourcing here unless I'm bored. I go to Goodwill bins. That's what we want to try.
Well, we do have them right here in our town. We've never been to them, mostly because I don't want vapor cooties from the bins. I don't know where those bins have been.
Vapor cooties.
Just dust and stuff. I'll wear my mask.
Yeah.
I don't want vapor
We
cooties.
were watching One Foot Flipper a couple days
I
ago.
saw dust coming out of
and-
those things.
And it was his first trip out sourcing
With
with
his
his
leg.
new leg. And he was just like picking up so much stuff from the bins. And we were like, hey, maybe we should try the bins.
Yeah. And, see, Biff kind of puts it out. STR only lacks panache. Well, it also what it also lacks to me is not just coolness and style, which it does, but also I have no problem with it. See, that's the thing. There's nothing wrong with Walmart except I won't go in there. You could find me a store I can go into, but it just wouldn't be Walmart. I hate Walmart. But it could be. She makes me go into TJ Maxx a little bit. But that's, those are.
Excuse me, mister. Let's go to TJ Maxx
need
and
candles.
find some Christmas
Need
stuff.
some Christmas stuff every day almost. But the STR lacks a general knowledge. So STR is whatever's hot, whatever's selling, whatever you can get your hands on. I don't know. I like to think that I'm a little more professory with my knowledge of items, which is a little bit of a humble brag or something, I guess. But I've been doing this for 24 years, so I literally just look at stuff and go, that's good. Don't use my phone.
Yeah. Speaking of that.
Oh yeah, you can say it.
Yeah, there was I was on a eBay group and somebody posted a photo of a sign that was hanging up in a thrift store that said no using phones,
to check
to do price
Can
checking.
you imagine trying to
and comping? It is not fair to our shoppers who do not use their phones to check, online sales. I was like, ooh, the stores are getting irritated with people.
And that's tough cookies, because I'll just go outside. If I wanted to, I would just go outside with the thing. But I guess it depends on how much that thrift store is charging. If that thrift store is charging eBay prices, I'm going to use my phone if I want to buy it. I'm just saying that's rude. If the thrift store is a thrift store, as a thrift store should be, and I can go in there and buy a 25 cents Dark Tower game and go on eBay and sell it for $250, then they can take my phone at the door.
Robert 292.
Because I have all that info in my brain.
Primo should be on all eBay advertising material. That face can sell, baby.
I'll sell it. Give it to me. I'll sell it. What you got? Look at this. A half empty bottle of 70% rubbing alcohol. What can I get? I should do what not? Should we have a sale on here? I'll sign this, right? Oh, here is a
Ice cube.
Here's a flash cube with 3 out of the 4 flash cubes are actually good. One of them's bad, but I want 25 cents a piece.
James is saying Sonny has a reseller channel also, not just his vlog channel with 14K subs.
Oh, does he? Yeah. He's I like him. He's got a good energy, and positivity is a hard thing to deliver in our world sometimes. And he does a really, really good job. Like, that was just great. He's talking. He's like, okay, so I'm going to make lunch for my wife. I'm going to do this. Oh, no, wait. Outside. Look at that sun out there. And then it's just smash cut. He's just laying on the grass looking up at the clouds. And I'm like, that's how you do it. Like, we're resellers. Just go outside and lay on the ground. He lives in Las Vegas.
He was saying he was trying to add in some non-eBay stuff, right? Excuse me. Amy,
well, it's sort of like his reseller lifestyle. Mm-hmm. So he does. Yeah, he shows that he goes to the flea market, but he's not focusing on that. He's focusing on how he lost his keys, or he got a big cookie or something. I really like him. Like, really like that content.
Amy was saying that she uses the AI suggested descriptions.
You do. I've been using that for when I do shares to social media and stuff.
Do you read them first to make sure everything seems accurate?
I change them too.
They're very fluffy. You can tell they're AI.
But then they also come out with hashtags and stuff. Those are very useful. You don't have to. It saves you a lot of time. So it actually really is good, even if you erase most of what they say and just keep part of it. Or just it'd be great if you could train it to your own specific way that you want to do things, and it uses your words. That would be
really clever.
And I bet
if it was that smart. Major Win was saying we're so tempted to start a channel just at the prospect of having a crew on it as fun as everyone on here. That would be fun.
Thank you.
And Major Win is saying go with gloves and a mask to the bins. We call everyone there, including ourselves, bin rats.
Yeah, that's how I felt. And so I just didn't want to play the game, but we'll go look at it with our gloves. I'll be full on, I'll have the full glove.
Oh, Amy,
like neoprene up to my shoulders.
You'll go in with a hazmat suit.
Full hazmat. Mm-hmm. I'm going to look like Marty McFly when he got to the 50s with the hazmat
Amy
suit.
is saying that she says it's fast though, and I doctor it up a bit. Because Paul Rose was saying I would never, I wouldn't dare. Dan Decor, the thing with the high STR, how much time do you spend traveling and researching those items? It's like retail arbitrage.
Well, that's what I know. John Flipping Easy, pretty much that's what he does. So that's where his head is. And then he probably, I don't want to give away his story. So I don't even know it that well, but I do know that he has sources, multiple sources, but probably 4 or 5 or something, as opposed to where we're going to a million different thrift stores trying to, and he does go to thrift stores and garage sales too, but I think he has like some base places that will always have a certain something that he can use, and that way, that's how that works. Which is great to have somebody somewhere where is for sure going to have something you can use. There's no place like that for us. We don't know what people have, first of all, before we get there, unless we're answering a Facebook Marketplace ad or something, and then once you get there, do you know what everything is, how it's going to sell, and everything? Anyway, so that's why we build these businesses differently. So my business is built on a tremendous amount of useful, useless knowledge in my brain. It's all about stuff and how much it costs.
Curious Collection was saying
but
that
not new stuff.
They do not.
Some new stuff.
You can't find them at Walmart either.
I'm not a fan. I'm just not a fan. They have a very specific smell, and it's like Gemco used to have this smell, and it was because there used to be this little food court area off to the right side when you entered, and it always smelled like beef popcorn or something weird. It was just like two smells that didn't it smelled like pine sol and food. It would smell like chemicals and the smell of the food, and that always made me crazy.
And Ladybug is
green.
Is saying pretty rich for a thrift store who gets most of their stock for free for them to limit their buyer. Yeah, it seems
it's the new world, and businesses are businesses. Thrift stores. I've always wondered for my entire life on this planet how I can go into somewhere and buy something for $10 and sell it for $1,000. I'm like, I don't want to tell them how to do this, but if they were to hire me to do this for them, well, you might have a conversation to have. But they didn't, and then now they have. That's what's happened. And it all came about 10, 15 years ago. We were doing something with, well, I can't even remember what it's called. I was trying to make this business. It was about asset. Was it? Well, it wasn't Comparify. That was another one, which was a mobile app where you could look at certain items like Eames lounge chairs to tell if they were real. That didn't work because it was too far ahead of it. The machine learning wasn't good enough. Now we could do it. But the other thing was to, no, what was it? I lost my track.
Some thing you were working on.
Thanks for all that identifying information.
A business.
What was it?
I don't know. I thought you were going with Comparify. I don't remember. Something you created.
No, it wasn't Comparify.
It was computers,
Stupid
though?
Comparify.
Like a app or something?
No, it was not an app. Oh, no. It was about going to businesses and telling them that they had a bunch of money in their office furniture, in their old computers, and sell them all to me. So, and none of them took me up on it, and then they all did it themselves. So that kind of sucked. But that was a thing that was happening, maybe 2008? No, it could have been that long ago. It was sometime when businesses were like not jamming, where all businesses were a little depressed.
Oh, 2008 was bad.
Was bad. So it might have been 2008 or 9 or 10, somewhere around there, where we're like, you have all this unrealized. I had a whole business where we went and presented to people and stuff. We had some success, but it was all about taking their unrealized revenue or something from their assets that they had. They had assets. We were much more successful with art. So we went to old artists who had warehouses full of art that they apparently were just sitting in this room smoking for 30 years. So we got all the art, and then we'd sell the art. We'd buy the art for $15 a piece, sell it for $45. Everybody's happy. That was Haji, the Japanese guy, remember him with the cars? He did these exploded drawings of cars, like from the 80s and 70s, and like all the parts would just be like exploded.
Neat.
Yeah, he was really good, and people liked him, and we made a lot of money doing that.
Amy is saying that using the AI to do the descriptions, this is a good suggestion here. It's a way to catch any errors in the item specifics. At least it is for her. All my item specifics get filled in. That is true. Yes. And then Ladybug was saying, plus that thrift store is probably more upset by the Amazon scanner peeps more than the eBay folks.
Well, I think they're just feeling like, you took advantage of us for 20 years. We have to shitify ourselves and make it just the whole process way less fun or exciting. And I guess that came from just more and more resellers coming on board.
It does stink,
and people are rude. There's if you're part of the group that goes to stores every day, like I used to be, there was always a couple like real douches that would just come in, push everybody out of the way. And then I'm very like,
you can be one
anti
too.
That.
What?
So no, meaning I compete with that.
Oh, right.
So then I've got my foot out. He's tripped on the floor, broke out his teeth. I got to the chair first. Thank you. Yeah, that's right. And I sort of realized that was no fun anymore.
It's awful.
I really lost
an
interest
awful
in doing the big furniture, especially because of the competition. Not because of the competition wasn't. I don't mind competition. I just hate it when competition are cutthroat and
right.
Rude.
Those people were being D-bags. And
they lie, cheat, and steal.
You weren't a D-bag to like employees or anything, but if someone was being a D-bag to you, you would be like,
to the other guy.
Yeah.
Yes, not to the people. No, because I come from the place where you're nice to the people,
right?
And then they call you up and say, I'm not supposed to be doing this, but there's a giant stack of Panasonic
Macintosh.
Macintosh stuff over here, and I'm like, okay, be right over. Meow. So I benefited from a lot of being nice to people. But those guys would be the guys where when you got there to get it, they were like, no, I saw that first.
Yeah.
And they are sometimes not from, they have an accent.
George Aha, did we see
Not fair.
you earlier? If not, Aloha is saying
puncture
anti-puncture gloves.
Yes.
Yes, please.
I'm wearing chainmail armor. I'm going to wear the full hazmat suit, then chainmail armor over the top, then a full underwater breathing apparatus, scuba, a full scuba. None of my biological material will be exposed to air. In fact, I should just be in a giant vacuum.
Bubble Boy. Biv was saying that he had to force a return a couple of weeks ago because he's pretty sure the seller used AI and didn't even read what it had said.
Oh, my.
Mm-hmm.
That's the kind of problems that are going to happen. Don't praise
people
the machine.
sell, not robots.
Don't praise the
Thanks,
machines.
Major. What's Gemco?
Gemco. Biff Buffa's laughing at Gemco.
I'm a Gemco. God. What's wrong with
Gem was your favorite, though. She was a superstar.
Yeah,
You like Gem?
Flipping ain't easy. Using your tools.
90-day salts, Terapeak.
To see the history of an item before you buy it is huge. I went to yard sales this weekend, spent $220, and easily have $1,000 return. Quite a few already sold.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm totally with you there. Now, when we go to a garage sale, I'm not looking at. Are we looking at the same things? That's the question. So I'm going for. Let's see, toys, electronics, toys. How do I do that? I make her. She'll be like, "Hey, I'm right on your heels," and I'm like, and then I position her the other way, and then she goes that way, and then I go that way, and I'm like, we can capture more items this way, and then she looks for stuff she likes, and then I look for stuff that I like, and we make two circles. Are you tired? Am I boring you?
Oh, I don't
Am
know.
I boring you? Is this tisk? We're actually 10 minutes past.
Yeah.
I didn't think I would make it an hour, and now I actually feel better.
I'm glad.
You guys,
it's
I
distracted you.
I literally feel better right now. I entered this appointment
You
here.
were going up that.
I was running up that hill.
Running up that hill.
And now I actually literally don't feel. I'm feeling no pain currently this second. So thank you all.
You
very much.
distracted him. Thank you.
But yes, if you using the controversial 60 sell-through rate is 90 days, not 100 days, not 30 days because of eBay. So look at that. Absolutely, you can see the main items you need to see, how many sold and for how much,
eBay
and then how many are on eBay. And you can tell all you need to know to create a positive selling experience for yourself using that. Now, my way of doing things is throw all the electronics out the window, come in with my divining rod, and I just go bloop, that one's good, that one's good. Ooh, G.I. Joe. So I feel, this is how I feel, just for me, that I have an advantage because I can just go in and grab stuff. I don't have to look a single thing up. And then that may make it like yoink, like John's like, hey, look at this. What do you? And I go yoink, and he's like, hey, wait a minute, you bad kitty. Well, no, I'm sorry, John. I'm trying to think of it. You naughty boy, naughty. And he got.
That sounds a little weird.
I know. Sorry. I was trying to save myself, but I didn't. We love John. That's all I say. But yes, John is a sell-through rate seller.
Yeah.
I think you can call yourself that.
Well, I mean, you're in it to make
It's not
money.
dirty.
So
That's right. And he wants a business, and he wants to grow that business. And yes, that is how you do it. We're just running a boutique where we're just trying to pay our bills until we die.
Well,
And be in like an environment that we really, really want to be in.
yeah.
And that's part of it. So because the lifestyle is important, you have to enjoy your lifestyle. That's the most important.
Don't be a doo-doo bird.
bird.
There you go.
I know. I would have been a doo-doo bird.
There you go. That's hilarious. That's a good one.
So yeah, that's how we, some of us like to use the force. And that's really, it's part of the fun is finding that stuff that you don't know is really going to be awesome. But you kind of know it is because you remember it for some reason from way back in time. And that's how I've made all of my,
I love that doo-doo bird.
that's how I've made my, whatever you call it. I think we almost got it done.
Ladybug was saying that the bins in her area, there's elbows flying, hair pulling employees yelling at you to get behind the yellow line. Bendel's asking, is Betamax a good sell on eBay? Someone has a player and around 150 tapes plus blank beta tapes for 300.
Oh, they did. Sorry. That's not there. I think...
Stop being a doo-doo.
Don't be a doo-doo bird. I think that that doesn't... No. I'd have to see what the tapes are, but no.
Oh, Paul was saying, glad that you're feeling better.
I really, really am. I'm shocked.
Thank you, guys. You've been a nice distraction for
You know what
him.
we should do is go... Oh, I was just answering it, wasn't I?
So now you're gonna be like, let's go eat some.
See, that's what
drink
happened.
some beer, eat
yeah.
some.
Let's have, like-
gluten and.
Just give me a handful of gluten and a handful of what's the other thing? Lactose, and I'll just eat all that.
Oh, Bendel.
Although that doesn't seem to be the thing that's
Bendel's
bothering
saying,
me.
did anyone get my Betamax question above? You're probably hearing us talk about it right now.
I mean, I would say. Oh wait, is there a second one that we missed?
Yeah, just
No.
wondering, is it a goodbye? Possibly. I don't know what movie.
So Betamax players is super beta. You want to get a Sony Betamax player, super beta. Although there's some older ones that have top loading that can be worth several $100s. And then it's the movies. What condition are you on? Betamax movies tend to be more flaky on their cardboard sleeves didn't hold up as well, and they're older, so they look a little more used. Depends on the movies. Betamax is more desirable than VHS by a degree or two.
James is saying we are the pre-iPhone resellers. Yes.
Yes, pre-iPhone resellers where
everything's in your head. You just.
it really is though. So when we came around the corner 2 weeks ago, and I saw 3 rusty things. I saw by this house that tends to put things out by the curb, and in the curb I was like, Catherine Home. It's Catherine Home Bowl, mint condition, doesn't have the top, mint condition, already worth $100 without the top. But we kept it here because it was free and we like cool stuff. So we kept that. And then we got 2 pans, a Wagner number 8 pan. And I could have put it into a tank and fried off all the black stuff, but we sold it as is for $80 in a week. I mean, it was just like,
Speaking of pans,
what are they called? Cast iron pans.
Speaking of pans,
Found 'em on the
I
side,
just
rub.
would like to say that I boiled out water.
She ruined one of our good pans. like the really expensive, like all
A
clad,
pot,
like
not a pan.
chefy pans.
And
Ruined it.
it was
Boiled out
totally black.
Not to mention the beans that were in it, the fresh
God.
organic green
It
beans.
was just so bad. But
I was like this. I was like,
he
What?
was so upset for the whole day.
I let you have it the minimal amount of damn it. I was damn it for a minimal amount.
So,
But
which that's 24 hours. But anyhow, we went and got some of the barkeepers.
I looked it up. I knew right away. So after she
barkeeper
ruined
stuff,
my entire
not the-
life, I went on the internet and I was like, is there anything that can save this? And then I felt pretty good. Within about 15 minutes, I started to...
It's not the powder barkeepers. It's like a liquid. And
Mint
I just
condition.
squirted that stuff in there, took the
Mint.
dish sponge, wiped it, and it is sparkly new.
James.
This is our James.
The woman burns water. This was one
So?
of the meals that she actually was cooking in her life. She can still count on both hands. Well, you can count on all of our hands and Pokey's hands how many meals you've cooked in 30 years. We've been together for 30 years. Can you believe that?
Okay.
And she burns water.
So it's
Proof that just happened. You just burnt the water.
water with green beans.
And
Don't
there
forget
was
the
such
green
good
beans.
green beans, too. Now we don't have any.
I know.
Now we have frozen
I
green
clipped
beans.
them all, took off the little ends. Oh, man.
You don't hand snap them?
Yeah.
You hand snap them.
Anywho,
Good.
so we
least
have
you do
Muppets
that.
request. It's time to start the music. Yes, it is. Thanks for answering. Oh, yes.
Thank
Kendall,
you guys
you're
for
welcome.
making me feel better. That
Yes,
is like the
thank
number one
you.
thing. I wonder if I stand up, I'll feel gross. But right now, I literally feel like, let's get a pizza.
And then you'll feel like crap, and then you'll be like,
I won't do that. I'm not going to do that. I won't do that. I promise. Okay, guys, so we will...
Oh, thank you, Major Win. Yes, smash that like, everybody.
Yes, thank you very much. We will see you on Wednesday at 1 o'clock for some more
Oh, and Hayfrosells will
super
be here.
important conversation with the hayfrosells. He'll be here, and we'll light the lights and do the things. Yeah, I can't believe how much better I feel. Isn't that great?
Thank you, Callie Dabs. Thank you, everyone. We appreciate